video.
Boo all you want. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
That's going to be MJF the minute he walks out from a 1 hour Iron Man match by Bryan Danielson. He's going to get his fucking head kicked in. We'll just say that much right now.
He is definitely going to get his fucking head kicked in.
But a point of goodies to all of you Ramble Maniacs out there. I am Hazel the Eye Zombie. This is TJ the Great. We are the Ramble Mania Show, and this is our All Elite Wrestling Revolutions 2023 predictions. TJ will be defending the Ramble Mania Heavyweight Championship. Where's your belt?
You damn right, son. Where the hell is my damn gimmick? What? Here
You're
it
the
is,
champion.
son.
You don't got the
What?
gimmick at the start of the show. You were defending it this Sunday.
I'm the damn champion. I do what I want, when I want, on my time.
Against myself, Six, Twin, Yoshi, Ivy, Dave, and Big Nick from the Wrestling for Life podcast.
Yeah, he wanted to smoke, so you get it.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be joining us on the show soon. If not, I'll just send him the whole fucking card so I can get his predictions for anything. But before we get onto these predictions, let's talk about a few other things like the return of the new era of Ring of Honor that took place last night on the Honor Club. What did you think of the first show?
I thought it was really fucking good. Like, it might have been my favorite wrestling show that I've seen this week, truth be told. Perhaps even more so than Dynamite. Very, very good show. A lot of cool things, returning faces, relatively, old faces, new faces. A lot of cool setup things toward the future and Supercard of Honor, it seems like. So yeah, I'm glad Ring of Honor is back, and it's like I said, it's like I've been saying from the beginning. This is why I'm glad Tony bought it, so that we can actually get a product and get something out of it. Because if it would have fallen to WWE, it would have just been on ice. So this is why it's great that Ring of Honor is back, because now we have an entire other semi-major company for all these names who some of whom are, from AEW not getting the type of shine that you would want. But now here they are in Ring of Honor getting the type of shine you would want. What up, villain? But yeah, very, very good show. I like the vibes. Like I said in Dave's chat earlier, it reminded me of Ring of Honor. A lot of people have said it's similar to Full Sail NXT. Like when it first started on the network, the arena setup and all that. And I get that because NXT, when Triple H took it over and changed it into the Super Indie, that was done to counter Ring of Honor at that time.
Yeah, Triple H was trying to make that NXT like his version of Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So, they took a lot of cues and different type of elements from Ring of Honor, including obviously the talent, but the look was and was very similar to Ring of Honor and HD.net, that era of the show, like right after Cornette left and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So while I do get people saying, this reminds me of NXT, because technically NXT sort of aped Ring of Honor in its approach. So what you're really saying is this reminds me of Ring of Honor. But yeah, all that aside, I thought this was really good. The Universal looked good, and the way they dressed it up for Ring of Honor and everything. Really, really fun. Really fun show.
I really enjoyed, from start to finish. I really liked the atmosphere. Yeah, a lot of people were nitpicking that. Oh, this looks like the Performance Center. This looks like on WWE Network. But here's the thing. Something took a bump.
Yeah, hang on.
Ghosts?
Hang on.
So let me say my piece real quick. With this Ring of Honor, it feels clean, it feels fresh, it feels atmospheric, and it feels like you're there to watch an actual wrestling show. Like, it's no gimmicks, no bullshit. It's just straight up honorable wrestling. That's why they always start with the code of honor from beginning to end. And that's one thing that everyone enjoys about it. They want to give you a wrestling show that not only gives you a lot of high impact action, a lot of influence spots, and good technical wrestling. They want to give you honorable wrestling here. And I think this first show demonstrated what honorable wrestling could be going into the future. And Ring of Honor is that future of honorable wrestling. These guys are warriors stepping into a fucking coliseum when they go in that ring. They shake hands, they fight, and then they shake hands again. It was good to see half of the show with most of the veterans getting some of the wins here, like Christopher Daniels, and seeing the future Ring of Honor getting their shine and wins here, like Willow Nightingale and shit. I really enjoyed the New Japan World Television title. I like Blake Christian. I can't wait to see more of him if he's going to be working with Ring of Honor. And, you know, we're getting some stuff built up for Supercard of Honor, but we got stuff built up for next week, which I will not be watching since I'm going to be doing Impact. But I will still watch it, you know, on the times that I'm off because I got my Honor Club account back, so it was worth watching that. This whole show just felt like what it used to be from the very beginning, just revamped into how Tony Khan envisions it. And if he keeps this vision alive with Ring of Honor, I believe that a few superstars from AEW are going to want to go there and showcase their skills. Ring of Honor is not a developmental fed. Let's get that out of the way right now. It's not a developmental promotion.
Yeah,
it's basically, you know, it's its own entity. It's its own minor league promotion because let's face it, Ring of Honor still has its dojo being run by Cheeseburger and Delirious. So that's where their developmental is right there, that dojo. Then they step foot into those Ring of Honor doors, and then they start becoming wrestlers. And sooner or later, they'll become superstars. This whole show, I didn't get to grade it last night because I was just gushing about how great the show was. And I just can't wait to do more of this shit. Hopefully by then, 6 will have some graphics ready for me by 2 weeks' time. So that way we could start with a new. So yeah, last night's Honor the Ring, which will probably be the official name of the show, is going to get a solid bars. I loved all the matches. I loved all the title defenses. I love all the stories that they're building up here. And I really enjoy Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman. I'm not going to say the women need work. It was a little sloppy, but they still did what they can. And I appreciate that they still kept doing their work.
Ian and Caprice are such an elite commentary team, yo.
No, they're elite.
The best. Have great chemistry. Maybe the best. The best.
Yes. The best indeed.
Blasphemy. I can't watch NXT no more. I can't watch NXT no more.
All right, well, here's the ratings for this week. For, hold on. Here we go. For Raw, Monday Night Raw averaged a 1.77 viewership on Monday. It went down this week. Ratings have been delayed, so at this point we only have the viewership of the 18 to 49. So yeah, it was 1.77 viewership, the lowest since football season. A 0.51 in the 18 to 49 demographic, a solid number above the 2 weeks, which did a 0.47. And so viewership. Wait, where the fuck is it? Oh, I guess they don't have it. So yeah, they kind of went down from last week when they hit the 2 million mark. It was a pretty standard show. I guess it just didn't deliver what they were expecting. Hopefully next week it'll be better since they're building up for Mania. NXT, on the other hand, knowing that they got Roadblock this week coming up, ranks 21st on cable. Tuesday's episode was down 5.8% in the total viewerships from last week. An average total of 555,000 viewers on USA, down 5.8% from the previous week. The lowest audience for the show since December 6th of 2022. The show finished 21st on cable charts with a 0.13 rating in the 18 to 49 demo, down 7.1% of last week. The lowest rating since last month, February 7th.
So about typical NXT shit.
And this is why I want to quit the show. I'm gonna quit watching.
Why? Because of the ratings?
No, the show just sucks. The show just sucks. The viewership doesn't lie. The product doesn't lie to me. It just shows that they're not They're not showcasing anything here that's really worth my 2 hours of watching. And I've just given up at this point.
Send
But
something
yeah.
in the chat. Apologize in advance. It's
What am I apologizing?
what the hell is going on here?
What? What are you talking about, sir?
Imagine. Well, okay. It's so strange. It's so strange.
What do you mean by that?
Strange. That's all I'll
Like,
say. It's just strange.
why, man? Like, I don't want to hurt my brain. Well, you won't be hurting your brain anymore, Johnny, because all this shit is about to fucking end. Once Stand and Deliver is done, I'm moving on. I think it's a good move that I did Ring of Honor last night because I'm going to be doing more of that shit. I want to watch some real wrestling. Okay?
Some real wrestling.
And Ring of Honor is the most honorable wrestling anyone could ever have right now.
Very honorable wrestling indeed.
But enough with all the bullshit outside of what we're here for. Let's get on to the main part of the show. TJ, are you ready?
You're like me, was born ready.
No! I said, are you ready?
I am ready.
Then, for the thousands in attendance, minus one, it doesn't equal 1,000. And for the millions watching at home,
Yeah.
submitted to the approval of the Ramblemania show. This is our AEW Revolution predictions, hardcore style.
I'll take them both.
Let's get ready to ramble.
Let's do it.
AEW Revolution 2023 taking place in San Francisco, California. Got a total of 9 matches taking place. 1 match basically on the 0 hour, and we're going to start with that. No, we're not going to bed, Dave. Well, you might go to bed because you got stuff to do, so I'll let you do that.
I ain't going nowhere.
We're going to start with the 0 hour here. A 6 trios match. The varsity athletes, Tony Nese, Josh Woods, with Ari Daivari accompanied by Smart Mark.
That's my guy.
Taking on the Lucha Brothers and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion Mark Briscoe. TJ, ramble on. Who do you got and why?
You know what this is here for. This is here to hype the crowd up real quick. Let them see Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Bros, and then give them a nice, quick little showcase. Get some heat for the boys, Smart Mark Sterling and the homies and the varsity squad. But the babyface team wins. Briscoe and the Lucha Bros win.
I am also going to go with the Lucha Bros and Mark Briscoe to take the win here. I guess they wanted to just give these guys something since the Ring of Honor show is taking place. They wanted to basically cancel all that out and take all the guys that are in AEW now, put them in Ring of Honor, and have that official roster set up. So you won't probably see Tony Nese and Josh Woods in AEW for a hot minute now. So don't be surprised if they do not win here, because they're not going to. It's going to be Lucha Bros and Mark. They're going to give Mark a huge push because they're going to be setting up something for him with the tag team stuff. I don't know what, but
I have an idea of what they might be doing with Mark, which I actually think I might fuck with.
What is it?
We'll talk about it, I guess, as the weeks go on.
Okay. Just hold on a sec. I'm trying to get the stuff here. All right. So Mark / Lucha Bros
Where the hell is the foul? They're not calling nothing. I should put this shit on screen, shouldn't I?
All right. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't. I don't know why you didn't put what you were playing on screen.
I didn't think about it. Hang on.
All right, well, you do that. I'm just writing down both of our predictions on the phone and shit. All right. Next, Mitch. Chris Jericho taking on Ricky Starks. Before, the stipulation was everybody, including Action Andretti, is banned from ringside. Now they switched it up, updated to make sure that only the Jericho Appreciation Society is banned from ringside.
They said Andretti could pull up.
But I have a theory for this one, and I think a lot of people were probably thinking of this too, but I'm probably going to bring it up. But who do you got here, Ramble on TJ, and why?
For Starks and Jericho, I've got Starks. I'm going to say and hope that this is the end of this. That Ricky finally gets his proof or whatever that he's better than Jericho. He gets his revenge on Jericho for screwing him over that one time. Just end it here. Give Ricky his definitive win. Be done with it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with.
There could be many possibilities of something happening here, like maybe Jericho might walk out of here with the win. Because if everyone from the Jazz is banned from ringside, there are other options for Jericho. And that is one, convincing Action Andretti to turn on Pretty Ricky and become a new member of the Jazz.
That's
or
crazy.
two, get Paul White into the situation because I heard he tried to trademark Jericho.
Baby, you know.
So I think we get Paul White into the mix.
That would be right. The Jazz is banned, but he's not in the Jazz. But then he joins the Jazz afterward. That would be some Jericho bullshit he would do.
You know he would pull it off in order to get himself a victory here. That's why I'm afraid that if they do that, we're not going to be done with this rivalry.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping now, like, we don't do the same shit that we did with the Blackpool Combat Club where we started from May and we ended that shit at fucking Final Battle. Like, no. We gotta get Jericho and Ricky Starks to move on to other things. So after this, it's over. I'm gonna go with Ricky Starks here to get the win.
Yes, that is the hope that this ends with Ricky's victory.
All right, let me just type it in my shit here so I can have both of our predictions because I gotta get everyone else's.
Yes.
All right, and now the next match we have here. Oh, this one we have to pick 2 tag teams to win because it is the fatal 4-way for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We got Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal taking on Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, taking on the Acclaimed, and taking on the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Guns. And as always, when it's a fatal 4-way or more, we must pick 2 people to win, but we were going to pick 2 tag teams here to win the match. So TJ, who are your 2 teams to win and why?
There's really only 2 options here. The Ass Boys, the champions to retain, or the backup option, the Acclaimed to win the titles back. I feel like the other 2 teams are just here to, be red herrings and cause fuckery and add a little bit extra oomph and heat to it. But yeah, no, at its core, this is between still the Ass Boys and the Acclaimed. And I think the Ass Boys ultimately come away out on top. But I could see the Acclaimed in a long shot sort of getting the titles back as some sort of crazy thing. So, but yeah, those are my two picks. As Boys and Acclaimed.
I'm
should take us all on the load.
I'm actually gonna agree with you on that because they were just filling up bodies for this match, and I don't know why we had to deal with two battle royals because this week's battle royal just basically had the same teams that lost last week's get involved here again, and since the best friends couldn't wrestle because I don't know Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett fucked them up, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen had to be the replacements. Props for Orange Cassidy, though, for pulling double duty, defending the All-Atlantic Championship against Big Bill, and then winning the Battle Royal to go after the tag belts. But Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Danhausen, and Orange Cassidy have their own rivalry to deal with. They're just bodies to be there because the real rivalry is the Acclaim and the Guns. It's most likely going to come down to is either FTR are making their return to AEW or Billy Gunn is about to betray the Acclaim and go back to his sons.
Nah, he's not doing that. I think after we saw in the match that he didn't betray them, he's not going to betray them at this point.
I mean, who knows, man? Like, maybe Daddy Ass is looking at his sons like, I'm looking at my sons like, yo, they doing a great job. I'm getting proud of them. Maybe I might be going back to my real sons now instead of these motherfuckers.
I feel like it'd be pretty dumb if he betrayed the Acclaimed at this point. So yeah, I wouldn't rock with that.
But yeah, it's we're both going with the Guns and the Acclaimed here. It's gonna be a great match because both of these teams are gonna do some crazy sick shit. It's no DQ when it comes to triple threat or fatal four ways with singles or tag matches. We know Jeff Jarrett is gonna either whack someone in the head with a guitar or he's gonna hit one of his teammates with a guitar. And I'm hoping one of those teammates is probably Satnam Singh because I want to see that man get hit over the head with a guitar already.
Yeah, people not fucking with this match online from what I've seen, but I think it'll be pretty fun. Like
they're not fucking with this.
Yeah, people are mad about it, but I don't sleep. I say don't sleep.
I think people are mad about it because everyone was expecting FTR to show up in the Battle Royal and they didn't.
And I get that, but
I get that too. But yeah, go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
No, I was just gonna say let them cook. See what happens.
Yeah, like let these guys do what they gotta do. Just be happy that some of the guys that you didn't see that didn't get TV time before are getting the chance to showcase their skills on pay-per-view. All right, how many times did people want to see Danhausen on the main card instead of the 0 hour?
Yeah, but Tony seems to like Danhausen and Orange. Honestly, it's like
that man is on Orange Cassidy's dick. We know that. That man dresses up as him for Halloween.
I was gonna say he seems to like them as like 0 hour type guys because that's there's specific things they put in that slot because it's technically it goes out to a bigger audience because it's free, it's on YouTube and everything like that.
Yeah. The next match we got for the TNT Championship, the King of Television, the Ring of Honor Television Champion, and AEW TNT Champion Samoa Joe defending against Wardlow. Ramble on, man. Who you got and why?
This one kind of tough, honestly. But I think I'm going to go with Samoa Joe. Because I think Hobbs is winning the title when he cashes in the power of the Chaos Emeralds on Dynamite. And I think it's cleaner if Joe gets the defense on Wardlow, then and he could cheat to do it. Like they could do something within the booking to give Wardlow a visual victory or something like that. To then make it so that after, Joe beats Wardlow, Hobbs beats Joe, and then Wardlow could come back and feud with Hobbs. They could work that out that way. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think Joe wins this match rather. Yeah. Because I think he has to be the one to lose to Hobbs.
I mean, I see it the other way around. Like either one of these guys could win this match and one of them is going to lose to Hobbs because it's Hobbs' time already. Like we've been, like we haven't seen any segments with Hobbs for like maybe a month and a half, 2 months.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Wardlow wins, then he wins and then just loses it to Hobbs right away. That's crazy.
It's crazy, but I mean, it's just looking like, because when they did the ladder match on free TV, it just indicated that the belt's going to be hot potatoed. It's going to change hands on Sunday, and then it's going to change hands Wednesday night.
But at least you don't get that hot potato if it's Joe, because with Joe, he beat Darby, he got a defense in, and then he lost, so it's not as bad.
And he doesn't look transitional going forward if he faces Hobbs next Wednesday.
Because the thing I'm also figuring is now we got Ring of Honor TV up and running, Joe's gonna go there now.
Yeah.
So you take the TNT title off Joe and then let him work with the TV title on Ring of Honor. So that's just what I feel. But I feel like the way to do that is have him beat Wardlow, have Hobbs beat him, and then transition to a Hobbs Wardlow feud. That's what I think they should do.
I mean, geez, I want to go opposite. I want to go Wardlow because of the story that he was telling with the interview that he had with JR, because that was very passionate, that was very heartfelt. And I know that, heartfelt stories like that are many ways for a guy like Wardlow to get over in this match and win the belt. What's going to bother me is, when next Wednesday comes, how stupid is it going to feel knowing that Wardlow wins the belt and then he loses to Hobbs? Or how stupid is it going to feel knowing that Hobbs just won the fucking brass ring, he challenges Wardlow and he loses and he doesn't get the championship run that he deserves?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a favorable option either. So it's a tough situation to be in.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go with you on this one. I'm going to go with Joe here because he could lose to Hobbs since he's the television champion of Ring of Honor and he's just going to go back there. So I'm going to go with Joe with you on this one.
Fair enough. Smart choice.
For the AEW World Trios Championships, though.
Ooh, baby.
The Elite taking on the House of Black. Ramble on. Who you got and why?
With this, it's time for our boys to give it up.
What?
The House of Black are going to win the Trios Championships.
I thought you were really going for the Elite here. Holy shit.
No. I always felt like this was going to be like, you give the Elite the run that they were supposed to get before the situation happened. And now that they've had that run, they've had the best of 7, they've had the top flight matches and all that stuff. They've had a run. They've got to have a run as Trios champions. Now you get to move on and you get to set up another big team. And this will validate the House of Black's run. This will every weird, thing that jilted their course over their AEW run. This will be the ultimate course correction for them. So yeah, I think House of Black wins.
I really thought you were gonna go for the Elite. Why do I feel like we're gonna be doing a simulation after the fucking pay-per-view? No, matter of fact, no. We're gonna do this because we're gonna be live Monday. If we have to do a simulation, we're gonna do that simulation right after Raw because I know that we're gonna sit here and watch Tony Khan hug a shit ton of people during the media scrum.
He determined this. He gonna hug like 3 people.
Yeah, total of 3 people.
Yeah, that's it.
Total of 3 because they got to save Tony Khan for the end to talk for fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah, he gonna talk company stuff. You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna be Tony Khan right after Revolution. Where is it?
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
That's right. Don't take that bullshit, Tony.
But yeah, I'm also going with the House of Black. It's fucking time. The Elite has had a very good run with the belts, ever since the Best of 7 series. And ever since they won them back after returning from their suspension. Actually, no, they didn't win them back. They won them back in the finals of the Best of 7 series. They lost at Full Gear.
Yeah.
So yeah, It was just like it's time. Like we can't be pushing them that hard. Plus, Kenny has the U.S. title on him, so we're probably going to be seeing him defending that belt a lot more on AEW. Probably going into maybe Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door next in June coming up too. So let's give it to House of Black. They deserve it. They've been putting on they've had an amazing run. You know, when they faced the fucking Death Triangle and shit. I think it's time to give them their fucking due. And I know for a fact they're gonna put on an awesome trios tag team run with these guys.
What if Tony hugs you one day, Hazel?
If he hugs me, he'll probably make me relapse.
No, stop. Stop. I mean, if Hazel's hugging, if Tony's hugging Hazel, there must be a reason for it. Hazel must have done something great.
Yeah,
So-
probably got the podcast hired to do AEW stuff only.
He did a deathmatch spot.
Oh yeah, that too.
He took a bump for the pod.
Speaking of death matches, Texas Death Match!
Oh, hell yeah, did my shit freeze?
They're gonna fucking bleed.
You damn right.
Jon Moxley taking on Hangman Adam Page. You say your stuff real quick. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so take all the time you need. I'll be back.
Oh, good, it didn't freeze. No, this shit looking like it's gonna freeze though. Yeah. Hang on. I don't know what the fuck going on with this game. This match is the match. It's the match. It's the match that a nigga like me and all the real ones have been waiting for. If you've been watching our streams or watching Dave's streams where I've been in the chat, I've been calling this for weeks, months even. You have these two go at it, and then you blow it off in a Texas death match. The one match where both these two have shown that they've mastered it in AEW. Both men have beaten men like Lance Archer. Hangman beat Adam Cole. Like they've both taken the Texas death match and molded it as their own. So I'm low key most excited for this more than anything else on the card. Like this and the Iron Man match because it's a Bryan Danielson Broadway. But man, this shit is going. Young Wolf, this. If you asking me to pick a match, gun to my head, what match you think is going to be top of the tops on the night, I'm going with this, the Texas Death Match. And as for the winner, the winner is a difficult call. But I'm going to say that Hangman gets the W. I don't think either guy is necessarily hurt by losing this match, obviously, because they're both top baby faces in AEW. But I think Hangman has more to gain, so to speak, from getting the definitive win of the feud and then being able to move on potentially into the world title picture or something like that. And that's another thing. Like, if we look at their future paths, we still got to have challengers for MJF down the line, assuming he beats Danielson. And I think, we're going to assume that he does. But MJF, he's going to need challenges down the line. A good way to set Hangman up in that position is to give him a gigantic, feud-ending win over Jon Moxley. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Hangman to defeat Mox in the Texas Death Match.
Tony, you owe this man vacation time. Give him the fucking vacation. Hangman is gonna win.
Mox said he chilling. Mox said he chilling.
Hangman is gonna fucking win here. I don't see why Moxley needs this win. Moxley has done so much for this company ever since the whole fucking brawl out. I think it's time for him to, take the vacation that he was owed, bounce, take the fucking loss here. It's not gonna hurt him. Hangman needs this. He needs this badly right now. So let's give it to fucking Hangman.
Let's get that, man. Well, I mean, MJF got that list he made. He does have that list, and if I'm not mistaken, Hangman is on it. Cole is on it as well too. And given how they've been tweeting at each other, that may be the next step, honestly.
What match is gonna steal the show? Let's wait till after we say our predictions for us to tell you what match we think is gonna steal the show. All right, for the AEW Women's World Championship, it's Saraya versus Ruby Soho versus the Women's World Champion Jamie Hayter in a triple threat. We're only picking one woman here. TJ, go ahead. Who you got and why? Ooh, excuse me.
Listen, ain't nobody topping the champion right now. She built like that. Jamie Hayter is going to retain. The real intrigue and draw of this match is going to be the dynamic with this budding feud with the originals and the new girls and all that stuff going on. And like we've been talking about, the women's NWO and Ruby being Sting. We're gonna figure out how that continues to build. But Jamie's gonna win this match. She's gonna retain the title.
So Tony Khan bringing back the Pussy World Order
for life.
Oh shit!
For life.
So you going with Hayter here?
Yes.
All right. It's the same thing. Also, I think I'm gonna go with Hayter to win this. I mean, like, honestly, if there's one person that I'd rather see eat the pin, it would probably be Saraya. But whatever. More importantly, I'm trying to see where this whole thing is going with AEW vets versus outsiders, or really if it's gonna be Britt Baker pulling the trigger, turning her back on Jamie Hayter to start that feud, which I'm hoping it will probably happen sooner or later, but I can't predict the future.
Probably later by this point.
But yeah, I'm going with Jamie Hayter here to win. It's gonna be a really good women's title match. Hopefully, like, Saraya could do some cool shit here. I don't know. The final burial. Jungle Boy Jack Perry taking on Christian Cage. Somebody's getting buried alive.
Niggas finna die, B.
Who you got and why?
Oh man, maybe it's the Christian Cage mark in me that's talking myself into this being a difficult decision.
This does feel difficult because it's a 50-50 odds chance. Because TJ, I told you before, like months ago, this rivalry was never over. Like,
of course,
Luchasaurus was the roadblock. The problem was Christian Cage got injured, so they had to put that shit on hold.
The thing is, I feel like obviously with Christian just coming back from injury, like Christian was injured, so you can't do anything with that feud. So they just put it on hold. And obviously now the point is to end that feud. So it makes sense to just have Jungle Boy win. But I also feel like Christian is so damn good at being a heel and getting heat out of things that I feel like you could kind of squeeze a little bit more out of it by having Christian beat him and then going, because like Jungle Boy's whole thing was, I want to win a singles title, right?
Yeah.
Like he's been saying that in his promos. Like I moved on from all this other stuff. I want to win a singles title now. And Christian being like, you're not built for a fucking singles title. And like imagine Christian burying this man and then going on and winning a fucking singles title. Like, I don't know, TNT, All Atlantic, one of those. And then Jungle Boy's got to capture it from him. The journey culminates in, once again, Christian Cage. Like, I feel like if you want to do another match after this, that's the best way to get to it without it feeling stale.
You want to do that match? You want to end it for real? You end it at All Out if Christian Cage is the TNT or All Atlantic champion. That's when, you have Jungle Boy come back if he loses this match on Revolution.
Yeah, and because then at that point, then you've done the end and return, like what, 2-3 times, and then you risk it running stale. But
Yes.
you run that one more time, and I think it's safe. But I that's me just trying to talk myself into this. But I am gonna say Jungle Boy wins. I think Jungle Boy wins. I think he gets his win like he was supposed to way back. Now that Christian is finally healthy, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on and put that work in.
Huh. Shit. I'm gonna go with the theory that you were going with here. Like, I think there could be one more match out of this. Like, yeah, Jungle Boy could take some time off if he loses here, because I think this is when Luchasaurus makes his return from his excursion wherever the fuck he was. He choke slams Jungle Boy into the fucking grave, and they bury him. They fucking go forward. I'm gonna go with Christian Cage on this one. I think he's getting so over as a heel. Like, his mic skills are very improving. I think Jungle Boy will be fine here, because again, it'll come down to the point where like Christian Cage will probably win a title, and then they'll finish that storyline at All Out. But shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Christian Cage to win this. I feel like this is technically not going to be over yet. They're going to give this a break, take some time, give Jungle Boy some time off, and have him ready for All Out in around September.
Cage finna say something crazy like, you're gonna join your dad. Jungle Boy beat him to it. He said it tonight on Rampage. He was like, you've been talking so much shit about my dad. You gonna meet him. Jungle Boy ready for that.
Well, it's time for the main event.
Oh, baby.
In a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Broadway.
MJF defending the Big Burberry belt against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
That's how I feel about that Burberry, whatever. Get that shit out of here.
That shit out of here, man.
That LeBron block.
Great one. Let's bring it home. Who do you got and why?
I mean, in my heart of hearts, y'all know me. I'm all about Bryan Danielson. So in my heart of hearts, I think the perfect thing to do here would be to have Bryan Danielson actually show this man up and show him that he's not built like that, and to actually defeat him and become AEW World Champion. And we get the American Dragon on top, as he's supposed to be. But I know better. MJF is going to retain his championship. He will do it in perhaps the most dastardly, underhanded, bitch-ass bullshit tactic that you can think of. But he's going to do it. I think he's going to retain. I think a lot of it is going to be him actually showing that he is worthy of going an hour with Danielson. Like, he's going to, like he always does in matches, like show that he really is a great wrestler. And I think a lot of it will be that. But I think when it comes down to it, I think that's the thing with MJF. In a lot of his matches, he shows that he's a great wrestler and he can hang with anybody. But when it comes down to those major, major victories, he will take that extra step to cheat. I think that's what's going to be in this match. He'll be able to wrestle Danielson for an hour. Like, he'll prove that. But to beat him, he's going to have to cheat. So that's where I think that comes in. Whatever happens. But yeah, MJF, he gets it done. The real one.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I keep telling you, it's for the real ones, Johnny. If you can't understand that, I can't help you. But it's for the real ones.
Yeah, that's why you're not going to be joining us for this match. This is for real people that really want to sit here and watch an actual wrestling match for a whole hour. A whole fucking hour. I think we all know for a fact that, like, this match is going to make you fucking believe that Danielson might win the AEW World Championship. Like, he could be the one to dethrone Maxwell Jacob Freeman and his second AEW World title defense. You know, everyone is gonna probably believe that Danielson might be the one to do it because of everything that he's done within his career in WWE and ROH, New Japan, every other promotion that he's in. He's always prevailed and won the big one. But this is all elite wrestling. This is way different from all the other promotions that Danielson was in where he got his big chance. He's not here to win the belt. He's here to make MJF look good and put on a great 5-star match so he can rub it in Zack Sabre Jr.'s face.
He could do that by winning the belt, though. You can do it, Danielson.
I know, but we all know what the outcome is going to be. They're going to have MJF with this long world title fucking run and have him face some great competitors, main eventing shit, getting great pay-per-view buys. Again, people are going to be buying the pay-per-views. People are going to be paying tickets just to see this man get his ass kicked. But in the end, we all know what's going to happen. He's going to pull off some dumb shit and walk away the victor. This one, I think I know how he's going to pull it off. He's going to take another shot at Regal, take out the brass knucks, and clock Danielson in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
It'll be the final nail in the coffin to Regal's AEW run. So that way we can stop talking about that man and move forward.
The final pissing on Regal's grave.
Yep. And that's it. You know, that's the only way that's most likely gonna be Daniel's weakness is that he's gonna use that MJF is gonna use Regal at his advantage. Yeah. Gonna use every way to, you know, talk shit about Regal just to egg Bryan Danielson on just so MJF could get his fucking head kicked in, take out the brass knucks, bong, clock him in the back of the head when there's a ref bump. There's gonna be some fuckery here. Especially when it's 60 minutes. There's definitely going to be some fuckery. How many falls are there going to be in the match? I don't know. I don't want to predict that because it's 60 minutes. Anything can happen.
I can see them, though. That's why I said minimal falls, because I can see them taking cues from Shawn and Brett and kind of doing, you know, draw to the finish type of thing. Especially because of, you know, Danielson's already done an hour-long match in AEW with Hangman Adam Page. And it was a draw.
Man, I could see the ref sleeping for about 5 minutes. And all the fuckery comes in.
A 5-minute ref bump would be fucking crazy. That happened in what? The fucking
Judgment Day.
Yeah, the Judgment Day one.
I think that happened with Cena and Shawn, Cena and Orton. Like, usually when it's an Iron Man match, like, a ref is going to take a really, really long ref bump and be out for, like, 3, maybe 5 minutes tops because that's when all the fuckery begins.
Well, this man got us alongside the Rolling Loud. An honor. I take that as an honor. Yeah, you locked up, Cade. You got Kobe on you. It's over.
But, yeah. Wait, who's that Rolling Loud? He said, Tybo is watching Rolling Loud while he's watching us. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, well, those are all the matches. I think what I'm looking at right now is 10 matches, 9 matches. Yeah, 9 matches. I mean, they'll probably add another match for the 0 hour. I don't know what it is, but this is the official card for right now. If they add one more match, we're not gonna fucking predict it. It's a fucking 0 hour. I mean, we'll predict the 1 0 hour match that we have here.
Oh yeah, that 0 hour gimmick. I forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what do you rate the card?
I'm gonna give this card a solid B plus. Like, in terms of Revolution's past, I don't feel like it quite has the same level of, like, you know, 2021 or 2020 or 2021 were both like fucking god level shows that ended up being even above the expectations. But I feel like this has potential to be great, but just as a, you know, card on its own is like it's a strong, solid B plus, A minus type card. So yeah, high good.
I'm also wait, you said high bars.
Bars. Well, not high bars, but bars. The smallest AEW paper card ever. It is, because it has a 1 hour match on it.
Yeah, that's why. Like,
oh my god, Penny Cookie.
Don't expect AEW from like time to time to have like 12 to 14 matches, because that was just too much. Like, yeah, I see this show going at least 4.5 hours because of this Iron Man match.
Now, I don't think they go like stretch the show or anything, but yeah, this is gonna take a chunk of time.
Oh no, when it comes to these tag matches and some matches that they're building up on, they're gonna stretch that show out. That shit's gonna get stretched out.
Nah, you don't need to stretch shows out, Tony. AEW, you don't need to do that. Like, if you get out of there 3.5, that's totally fine. That is totally fine.
But we got to see what happens, because again, we got one match for the 0 hour. Any of these other matches that are on here could just be added on to the 0 hour.
Yeah.
So we got to like rely on. But I'm going to rate this match card. It's going to get a solid bars. I'm really digging this match card. Most importantly, like, you know, we could give the match card, you know, a very good rating. Now all they have to do is deliver this match card and give us matches that we were expecting. Give us some great matches. Give us some memorable ones for us to talk about on Monday after Raw. That's really it. Main match that I'm really more focused on is the Texas Death Match. I feel like that's going to steal the show, but I feel like the Iron Man is probably going to be the one to take it, mostly since it's the main event. It's going to be a 1 hour match between two great competitors. But I'm still going to say that the Texas Death Match might steal the fucking show because it's going to be absolutely chaotic and full of carnage.
I'm saying it's going to steal the show. It's looking crazy.
The Texas Death?
Yeah. KD, get the fuck down. What are you doing? Oh, my God.
All right.
What match do you think will be better? Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage or Mox versus Hangman? Well,
Mox versus Hangman. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a buried alive in that scenario between Jungle Boy and Christian, but how much are they willing to do in order to make that match feel like it was show stealing worthy?
That match is gonna be fire though. Like, I'm not sleeping on that either.
Nah, like some of these matches here, none of y'all should really be sleeping on, except for maybe, I don't know, probably the fucking Fatal 4-Way or Ricky Starks versus Jericho, because I feel like they're not gonna be done with those.
I ain't sleeping on those either.
Yeah, but I like. Just be prepared for Sunday. We're going to expect a pretty good show here. But me and TJ got our predictions. I'm going to send you your predictions on the chat to confirm everything. And then you could send it on to the our predictions chat on IG so I could send everyone the card.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Johnny, you got a microphone for Sunday. So we'll see you for Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. But with that being said, guys, we are done here with our predictions. We will see you guys Sunday night for the AEW Revolution live stream for the Ramble Mania Heavyweight Championship. TJ, why don't you let all the Ramble Maniacs and BC aliens know where to find us?
But of course, you already know where to find us. Find us on Instagram at Ramblemania Show and at Banter Club Podcast. Probably leave them open. Find us on Twitter at Ramblemania, Facebook.com/Ramblemania Show. Also find our group there, Ramblemania Show's Banter Club, where we and the other wrestlers and podcasters and everybody associated with us, all our goings on and all that's going down. As far as audio goes, wherever audio is found, it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, TuneIn, Overcast, everywhere your podcasts are found. Search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. As for the visuals, twitch.tv/Ramblemania Show. We are on Spotify video. We are on YouTube. Search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. When you get here, like the videos, click subscribe, click the bell so that when the new content drops, it goes straight to you. And as for me personally, find me on Instagram at TJ the Great One. That's TJ the GR, the number 8, the number 1. And find me on Twitter at TJ the Great. That's TJ the GR, the number 8. It's as simple as that.
TJ the Great. TJ the Great.
Damn right.
And you can find me on Instagram at iZombies. IZOMBIIESZ. Once again, we will see you guys Sunday night for Revolution. Thank you for everyone for joining us on the chat and giving us your predictions on who you think will win, who you think is going to steal the show. We will see you guys Sunday night. For TJ the Great, I'm Hazel the iZombie. This has been our predictions for Revolution. We would like to wish all of you 8-point goodies. Yeah, ain't too fucking sweet.
And a good fight. And a good night.
Where is that referee? He was trying to fuck on me. It's time to stop. It's time to